This is the range of integer values. So it used to store negative as well as positive numbers. Addition operation, it adds the values of on either side of the operator. The all operator is used to compare a value to all values in another value set. So insert into, it is used to add a new row of data into a table in the database. Dear students, welcome to Computer Science classes. I am Ravi Kumar KR, lecturer in Computer Science, Vidhyaashram PU College, Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. Students, let us start our discussion with the topics data types, operators, and SQL expression. So with respect to SQL commands, we are going to discuss data types of SQL, operators, and SQL expressions. Now let us start with data types. So different data types in SQL. They are, one is int is a data type, that is it stands for numeric values, and int stands for a whole number, either a negative or positive number. So here you can see that data type is int, it stands for numeric value or integers or numeric values, and this is the range from this to this. This is the range of integer values. So it used to store negative as well as positive numbers. And next one is numeric. You can also make use of numeric, and this is the range of that. Next one is floating point. So we have float, real. These two are the data types to store real numbers. So what are real numbers? These are the numbers with fractional part, or we can say in general decimal numbers. So it is used to, we're using float and real are used to store negative as well as positive real numbers or decimal numbers. So float and real are the data types. And similarly, date and time. For date and time, we have different data types, or one is a date. Date is a data type, and it stores the data like, for example, this is an example for it stores the value in this format. And time, it is a time database. It is to store the time in this order or in this format. So date and time are the two data types. Next one is character and string data type. And character and string, we're using char is a character and varchar is another data type. So here character, it used to store the values, a group of characters or even a single characters, and this is the specification or size of a character data type. And varchar is again a data type to store a strings or group of characters. So these are all different data types we can make use of in SQL commands. Now let us move on to next slide. Now next concept is operators. What are operators? And as we have learned in previous or in C++, operators are nothing but is a symbol and it represents a particular type of operations. So similarly, operators, now we are going to see different types of operator in SQL. So here, an operator is a reserved word or it is a character used primarily in SQL statements, and where clause to perform operations. And here, we are using operators along with where. Where is a clause? We are using in SQL commands. So, and we have operators for comparison as well as arithmetic operations. So, in general, operators, it does a specific operation. It is a type of a reserved word used in SQL commands, and we are using this along with where class. This is where class. We are using along with where class different types of operators. Now, let us see the different types of operators. One is arithmetic operators, comparison operators, logical operators, and operators for negate conditions. These are all different types of operators of SQL. Now let us see what are arithmetic operators. And these are the operators generally we used for arithmetic operations or arithmetic calculation. So this is already we have learned in C++. One is for plus, and this is for star for multiplication, and again this is for division, and this is modulus operator to store the remainder of any division. So it is almost similar to just like what you have learned operators in C++. It is addition operation. It adds the values of on either side of the operator. Means on either side of the operators are called operands. For example, A is operand, B is an operand, plus is an operator. So it is addition operation. It gives 30 as the result or as the answer. So similarly, plus is an addition operation, and star, this is for multiplication, and this is division, and this is called modulus operator. So here this division operator is nothing but it divides the numerator by denominator. It gives the quotient as the answer. It gives the quotient as the answer if you use slash. And if you use percentage operator, it divides the numerator by denominator and stores the remainder of the division. So we are using modulus operator to store remainder of any division. So these are all different arithmetic operators. Now let us see what are comparison operators. And normally we are going to study the relational operators in C++. It is almost similar to that. So here we assume that A equal to 10, B equal to 10, 20. Then we can test different operations. So here operators, one is equals. So if the equals, it checks if the values of two operands are equal or not. If yes, the condition becomes true. So always when we make use of this comparison operators, it results in either true or false. So if the condition is true, is satisfied, it results in true, and if condition is false, it results into false. So this is how this comparison operator works. So first one is equals, A equals B, value of A is 10, B equal 20, these two are not equal, so it is not true, nothing but it is false. So this is how this comparison operator works. Similarly, this is not equals, and this is again not equals, and this is greater than. So here it checks for this, A not equals to B, it's true. A is 10, B is 20, A is not equals to B, so result is true. Similarly, it is not equals and A greater than B. Here this is greater than symbol, A is 10 and B is 20, A greater than B, it is false. Result is not true, is nothing but false. This is how this comparison operator works. So we have different comparison operators. Apart from this, less than and greater than or equals, and less than or equals, not less than, and as well as not greater than. See, these are all different comparison operators of SQL. Now let us move on to next slide. Next one is logical operators. So we have logical operators, and if you remember in C++, we have learned and, or, and not operators as logical operators. But here in SQL, we have, in addition to it, we have few other operators. One is all. This is logical operator is all. The all operator is used to compare a value to all values in another value set. So it is going to compare the value to all values in the set of values in the value set. And operator. And AND operator allows the existence of multiple conditions in an SQL statement where class. Here also we have to make use of where class along with different types of operators. And similarly, any operator, this is used to compare a value to any applicable values in the last according to the condition. Between, this is a between operator, and used to search for values that are within a set of values. and exist. The exist operator is used to search for the presence of a row in a specified table that meets certain criteria based on certain conditions. So exist operator is used to search for a particular record. So these are all different logical operators of SQL. Now let us move on to next slide. Now next concept is SQL expression. So what is SQL expression? So SQL expressions are combination of one or more values, operators and functions to evaluate a value. Normally, what is an expression? SQL expression, it is a combination of maybe operators, functions, values and different types of values to evaluate a particular value. That is SQL expression. Now, let us see different expressions of SQL. So let us see it one by one. So first one is create table. This is table. Now, in our previous session, we have learned about different commands of SQL like create, alter, update, delete, drop, everything. So all this we are learning here with syntax and example. So first one is create table, and create table is a command used to create a new table. Create a new table. And here what is syntax? Create table. This is table name of the table with number of columns or attributes. In this example, column 1, name of the column plus data type of that particular column. Similarly, column 2, data type and so on. So we can have n number of columns, and along with that primary key, it is an optional with one or more column. So this is a syntax of create command or create table command. It used to create a new table in a database. So look at the example now. Create table student. Look at the syntax here. This is a table name. In this example, it is a student table, and it's going to create table with number of columns. What are the columns here? In this example, the ID number space varchar 5. Here, this is name of the column and this is data type. Next one is name with a data type. M1 is a data type, M2 with another data type, M3 and M4. And closing the bracket here. So this is the syntax and this is an example. So to create a table in a database. So accordingly, it is going to create a table with how many columns? Here, name of the table is student with ID number is one column, name is another column, M1, M2, M3 and M4. And it's going to create this is 4 for marks for ID number, name and M1, M2, M3 and M4 columns in a table. So it is going to create a table of these many columns. And next command is insert into. Next one is insert into. So insert into, it is used to add a new row of data into a table in the database. So here, once a table has been created, we have to add data into a table, or in other words, we can say we have to add records to a table, because all in a row in a table is called a record. So this is we are using insert into command or insert command. Look, now let us see the syntax of this. So insert, syntax insert into table name, and here column 1, column 2, column 3, column n, values, value 1, value 2, value 3 and value n. So we are going to insert the values of so many columns we have created with create table command. So this is the syntax of that. Now let us see the table. Let us see the example of this. So insert into student. This is the name of the tables. Values. We are going to enter values for different columns. So here this is value. This is 1. Yes, 1205. This is Priya. And these are the different values. So these values will be stored in the same order as we have created in the insert or create command here. Accordingly, the first one will be the ID number, second one is the name, and the third value in insert command, the third value goes to the first, there is M1, and this M2, M3, M4. So these values goes into the particular column accordingly in the same order. So this is insert into. So first one is create command, that is to create a new table, and after creating a table we have to insert a record one by one. So we are using insert into. So this is nothing but an SQL expression. Now let us move on to next one. Here DESC, this is description. This is another command used to describe the table or it display the structure of the table. If I say structure of the table is nothing but is going to display the number of columns with data type and the size of the data type what we have created. So DESC stands for describe the table, and the syntax is DESC space table name. And example, DESC space student. Student is the table name what you have created in our previous slide. So as soon as the when you execute this command, it is going to display the table structure with number of columns and along with the data type and the size of the attribute. Next one is alter command. So it is used to modify or change the table. It is used to modify or change the table. If I say modify or change the table is nothing but adding a new column to the table, or we can delete a column from the table. So this is nothing but alter command. So syntax is alter table name. Table name add and here column 1 data type, column 2 data type. So to the existing table we are going to add two more additional columns, that is column 1 with the data type as well as column 2 with the data type. So alter command is used to modify the table structure or modify the table by adding additional columns. So in this example, alter table student. So the table name and total number and percentage number and result varchar 4. So in this example, alter command, we are going to add 3 more columns to the existing table. That is, one is total with the data type and PERC for percentage with the data type number. The result is the one more column with the data type varchar. So this is alter command is used to alter table student, modify the percentage and number. This is another way of using alter command. So alter command is used to modify the table structure by adding additional columns. So this is alter command. Dear students, let us continue our discussion with some more commands with the syntax and example in my next session. Thank you so much.